Good evening, Rochester family, and welcome to the 2021 school year. My name is Amy Oppat, and I am your son or daughter's health teacher. To make things a little bit easier tonight, I did put together a few slides. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and we'll go through the presentation together. So as I said, my name is Mrs. Oppat, and this is health class. This is my current schedule. I also put my email address up here. If you have any questions at any time throughout the semester or even just after this presentation, please feel free to reach out and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. First hour, I do have aerobics class. I teach both health and phys ed here. And then second, third, fourth, and sixth hour, I have health classes. Fifth hour is my planning time. So probably the easiest time to get a hold of me or for me to be able to get back to you on something. Really quickly, just a few things about myself. I have been with Rochester for 12 years. I actually started out initially at West Middle School, which I taught 7th grade health, and then I traveled over to Living Word and taught K through 8 PE there. When I first pursued my career as a PE teacher, my vision was high school. Although I absolutely have loved every grade I've been able to teach, I truly love being at the high school. I hope that this is where I'm fortunate enough to finish out my career. I also coach 3 sports at the school, technically 2 sports and 1 club. I coach cross country in the fall, track in the spring, and then in the winter, we have an indoor track club that a lot of our runners are a part of. I have 4 children. We love to travel. This is a photo of us actually in Austria. You see there's more than 4 children there. Our 2 oldest boys were able to bring their girlfriends on the trip. It was a great couple weeks. That being said, I am extremely passionate about what I do. I believe in it. I've seen it work. And I know that with some good education, some trial and error, kind of gathering resources and realizing that there's a lot of them out there to help us through things is very helpful, and it does pay off. It does have its benefits. I think my main goal during these next 18 weeks, I guess we have left, is that your child is able to start kind of building a toolbox in order to access things when they need to. You know, I use the example all the time of if we get a flat tire, we go to the toolbox, we know that there's certain tools that are going to help fix that flat tire. If those don't work, we go back to the toolbox and we try something else. So it's really just kind of understanding that there's different aspects to our health, paying attention to those different aspects, giving attention to the ones that need it, and then working to balance. The key thing I want them to understand is that every single one of them is full of a tremendous amount of value. Even when things get rough and it's harder to maneuver through those, the value is still always there. So that's kind of some of the things that we're going to be working on throughout the next 18 weeks. We just actually got done covering the 7 aspects of wellness. We're going to go into communication skills. We'll talk about stress, anxiety, depression, signs and symptoms of suicide, bullying, mental health, healthy and unhealthy characteristics in relationships, how to identify those, how to work to get the healthier ones at the forefront. We also do talk about dating violence, substance abuse awareness, reproductive health, nutrition, fitness, sun exposure, how to protect our sun so that we don't get skin damage. And lastly, we cover eating disorders. There actually is one more thing that is not on here. We do go through a CPR demonstration. So they're not going to actually receive their CPR card, but I will demonstrate how to perform CPR should they ever be in a position where they would need to use it. I do actually teach a lifeguard training course at Rochester High School. So I am a lifeguard and I am lifeguard certified. I am trained in CPR, but in order for me to actually certify them, we would have to run a class and they'd have to pay for the class. So we will cover CPR and the basic demonstration of performing CPR if they were need to use that. So these are the topics in the curriculum we're going to cover throughout the semester. And then this I actually pulled from the syllabus, which you'll be able to access on Synergy if you want to read through the entire syllabus. So the things that they're going to need when they come to class every day is something to write with, something to write on, and then a laptop with stable Wi-Fi. Pretty much everybody's been doing really well with that. If there ever is an issue, reach out to me or tech support so that we can help get that fixed. And then some remote learning expectations. I've shared this with all of the students. So this is their responsibilities. They are to check Google Classroom every scheduled class day for assignments, messages, links, and materials. This is where I put everything, any assignments, any material that they may need to look over or study. If there's a link that I need them to click on, either prior to class or after class. But it is their responsibility to make sure that they're checking that every scheduled class day. They also should make sure to attend any live instruction. If they cannot, reach out to me so that we can either set things up ahead of time or I can let them know what to do after class is over. And then being on time for class is really important. I remind them that logging in is just like walking in the door when the bell rings. So being on time is important. And you probably already know this, their cameras must be turned on during attendance to be counted as present. And they're all doing that, so that hasn't been an issue. The student must be present for the entire class meeting or they will risk being marked absent. Same thing as if we were in person and someone were to leave my class early, that would go in as an absence. Again, hasn't been an issue. And then we also ask that all of the classmates mute their sound when somebody else is talking. Otherwise, there's a lot of back noise and it's hard to hear the person that is speaking. They've been doing great with that as well. With that said, I'm confident that we're going to have a great, successful semester. And again, if you have any questions or any concerns about anything, please feel free to reach out to me via email. Have a wonderful night and thanks for joining us.